crafted with a poet's ambition. Truth table written with life's intuition. Spices in the air singing sermons of taste. Katie Moonchild paints flavors you can't waste. Come to the table, joy in your palm, dreams folded neatly in the tortilla's calm. Peace marinates as stories unfold. The spice of life served warm and bold.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Katie Moonchild's World. I'm Katie, and it's so good to see you all here. Hi, Dolly. Hi, Fatima. Welcome, you two. Welcome. Give it a couple minute bits to get some people in here, and then we can get started. I'm ready. I missed you guys all week. What? It seems like it's been a long time and it was just 7 days. But what did we put up with in those 7 days? Did I dye my hair? No. Nope. Under here, it's still gray. That's the grown out part. There's gray hair in there too. It's just the lighting, I guess. It's all the black. I don't always wear all this dark colors. But today, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about freedom. It has a price. It's not something that's just automatically given to us because we're born. It can be taken away like that. So, it's the lightning then. You like it with the hat? The lighting, yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. I actually bought this hat, I think when we went into lockdown. And I had it's one size fits all. It has a string inside that you tighten it so that it doesn't fall off your head. Otherwise, it was really sloppy on my head. It was like I turned my head and my hat stays. It was really, really big. Or it was so tight it gave me a headache right around here. So I finally sat for a while and messed with it and got it so I could wear it. It just took me 8 years? But anyway, I bought it to wear when I'm horseback riding. And I haven't gone horseback riding since I bought the hat. I bought boots too. I got a pair of cowboy boots, y'all. You're going to wear your hat tomorrow too? Cool. I love hats. They're so much fun. So, it's good to see you guys. Hey, Sonia. Thank you. Love the hat. Thanks, darling. Hats are my thing. I love hats. And it's finally cooled off enough that I can wear one that's not made out of straw. So, let's do I got some stuff here we need to unmold. So let's get that started. Get you in here. Get the chat up where everybody can see. Oh, yeah. There we go. Now let's put the chat where it needs to go. Chat. Come on, chat. There you go. I tell you, it helps when you pay attention to what you're trying to do. You're a hat girl too? Well, let's just keep the theme going this week. Dolly says she's going to wear one tomorrow. You want to wear one on Friday? I love it, girl. This is great. This is so much fun. Let's unmold. So I thought you want to start with the little tiny game pieces. Yeah, they just kind of pop out. Aren't they fun? They were not fun to pour, but you saw me. All these little tiny dots that I don't know if you can see those. turn it so you can. There's a hope. There, you can see them right in here. A whole bunch of. That's because I just took my stick and went and fill them all up. I got tired of doing it one by one. Anyway, blue. Whoa! That one almost went down my cleavage. You'll wear a hat on Friday too? Cool. Keep it a happy theme. Get this green one out so you can see what the green ones look like. You see how big they are compared to that little hole? Ooh, that's pretty. Sorry, I get distracted looking at the sparkles. Look at that. Sparkle City. Anyway, those are the game pieces. I also have kind of a reddish galaxy kind of color. The iridescence on the inside. Isn't that cool? Look like stars. And then there's the white ones. These are just the game pieces. Oh, come here. Get a hold of it with your fingers. It really does help. See the sparkle in that one? Okay, hold it back a little. There we go. It's interesting. You can. There we are. Because it's trying to look through it. Because it is rather transparent. There are a total of 48 game pieces. I've never played Mancala before. Dolly loves it. She and Chrissy play it all the time. So I thought, let's do this. Let's make a game. Since we're making board games, we'll do this. Back how the back turned out. And that was just drizzling stuff in there. Isn't that funny? Cool, huh? No damage? Yeah, sparkly. Oh, yeah, that was a fun live stream last night, Dolly. Woo! She went live for a little while last night so we could watch the rainstorm she was having. Holy cow, that lightning was just going. It was so cool. I was like, hey, are you sure you're in Wisconsin? You're not in Arizona? It was a lot of fun. Okay. I'm being really careful. This edge right here is super sharp. So until I can get my sandpaper out. There we go. Here is the game board. Whoa, let's see if we can have a reflection multiplied in there. That's funny. Here it is. Put that there. Some in here. Some in here. Some in here. Get the other half. You like that? There's a couple kinds of resin in this. I wasn't even sure if it was going to set up. Because the blue and the green that you're seeing in this, that was done in some leftover just casting resin. The rest of this was done in my fast cure, which you're not supposed to do something this thick in fast cure. It got warm. It felt really good though. I put my hand on it. As it was curing, I put my hand on it. This part was hard, but it was still curing underneath, and it felt so good on my poor arthritic hands. It was all nice and warm. That's crazy, I know. I live in Arizona where it's hot, but it felt good on my hands. There we go. See, and the molds come out clean and ready to use. I love this. This is so fun. Here's the second half. So, they go like this. And then you have right here in the middle between the two. I'm not going to put it together. Oh, Lord, that'd take us all day. Many times as I drop these little tiny screws. there are, in this little kit, there's 4 of these little kits with screws and hinges that came with the molds so that you can make this game 4 times and give it as gifts, as a gift or whatever. Oh, that's pretty cool. I gotta learn how to play it. Gotta have somebody to play it with, though. Anyway, when it's all hinged together here, it closes up and stores like that with all your game pieces inside it and everything. So, flowing! Hi, Kelly! Hi, Flowing! Good to see you guys. I'm just, can you tell I'm in a good mood today? Yeah, got a serious topic to talk about, but I'm talking about it with lots of love. And yeah, I just finished a really awesome meditation. So before we went live, as a matter of fact, before I started the countdown, it took me a minute to come back and figure out what I was doing. So really good meditation. I do that sometimes. Yeah, we could play over Zoom or Restream sometime. That would be fun. Sure we can. That'll be a ball. You play on your board and I play on my board. That'll be interesting. Oh, and that reminds me, the God Box class. On the 2nd and the 9th at 4 o'clock. It's the 2nd? Yeah. Anyway, the first two Thursdays of October at 4 p.m. we'll do a Zoom class for the God Box. I have been, what's got me all excited about this is I can really have music going in the background, and since it's not going to be on YouTube, it's just going to be us. I don't need to worry about copyright problems. We could have a lot of fun. So I've been working on a playlist, and, so we can just be a crafters club having fun. So I'm going to go ahead and move these. Let's see if I can move them without filling them. That's the trick. Woo, that edge is sharp. And we're going to start our cards today with the card of the day. And here's our card of the day. Got the Truth card. Gotten this card more than once. Got it last week too. We just gotta trust. We will know, and we do know what is real and what isn't real. That stuff out there, lots of false information. The Misinformation Corps has sharpened its AI abilities, right? Oh, this silly thing is way off. Trying to pull up the card of the day. Shamanic Healing! There we are! This is the Shamanic Healing deck, by the way. By Michelle Matsuzis. And I am using also the book, the Angel Numbers book by Kyle Gray for the numerology. The number 12 on this card tells us all relationships are assignments. You are finding your friends and your tribe and even understanding soulmate relationships at this time. Our card is the Truth card. Once again, it has a drawing. Hello, don't make that go away. Come back. It has a drawing of an eagle stately standing on a log. The eagle proudly serves its domain from such a high perch that all pertaining to this situation is revealed. The shadows hide nothing from his keen vision. Once you can remove yourself from the muck that lower vibrations keep you in, you can attain a viewpoint that enables you to see the truth of the matter. This card advises you to search for the truth of the situation, regardless of the emotions that it triggers and brings up. Are you someone connected to you unconsciously suppressing the truth? Or are you hiding from the truth? You can only intensify this lesson later on. In other words, if you're hiding from the truth, you're not going to get anywhere. The truth, hiding from the truth will keep you stuck. Focusing on the truth is how you learn your lessons and how you can see it in the future. So, understand, no matter what you're going through, no matter what you're feeling today, you're amazing. Don't you ever doubt that. Hey guys, don't you ever doubt who you are. Time for some cards. As usual, I pull the first two ahead of time. This one is terrific. Hey, welcome back, Sonia. We do not possess imagination enough to sense what we're missing. Whoa, that's from Jean Toomer. Be open-minded. Chances are you will learn something new today. Make note of what it is and watch your perceptions change. Well, we learn new things every day. I think we just don't always acknowledge that. So this is cool. We do not possess imagination enough to sense what we're missing. Okay, we'll see you when you come back, Flowing. I get you. Just be open-minded today. That's what my meditation gave me too. My meditation, this was a position. I'm listening to this on Apple Music. It's an old album of mine. I forgot I even had. But this meditation has you cross your arms, left over right, to open your heart. To me, this is opening your heart. This is safely opening your heart. This is being protected while you open up. Because you're sending yourself love. You're crossing your heart and your insides, your inner soul, with your conscious saying, I love you. That's why I tell you guys, hug yourself. Only I do it right over left. We do it left over right. Hug yourself. Shoot, be your own best friend. Seriously. You can get through anything alone. Dolly and I were talking about the strong women that we know. And this is going to lead me up to my conversation today and my topic for the day. But before we get into that topic, I think we need to talk about the crystal first, because you're going to need to collect that crystal this week as a piece of resin falls out of there. I'm not surprised. We get you, only more so, with the ruby card. This is a tricky card. This is a really tricky stone, you guys. You, only more so. Ruby has the Mohs hardness of 8 out of 10. Ruby is like love. She can fill you up or drain you dry. And like love, Ruby serves as an amplifier, magnifying both positive and negative traits. She can lead you to courage and self-confidence if those seeds are already nurtured within you. If self-doubt and loathing have taken root, she'll boost those traits to equal measure. Ruby will bolster your energy if you're feeling robust, or run down your batteries if you're feeling depleted. She doesn't discriminate or judge. She simply heightens what's already there. As Dorothy found out after donning her ruby slippers, there's a bit of a learning curve. Slide that ruby ring onto your finger and you will become more you. The question is, are you ready for more you? World's ready, but are you? Okie dokie. And that's one stone I don't have an example of. Well, I kind of do. I have some raw, untreated ruby beads, but you would look at them and go, ugh, I wouldn't buy those. But you don't realize that the ruby crystal that you get is usually treated. That's raw ruby. You need to bathe in rubies. Oh, sweetheart, you got a reason to feel drained. And then you got all this emotional upheaval on top of it. I feel for you, Miss Kelly. I definitely, and you know I do. We talk a lot. And that's a good thing. I really enjoy our conversations that we have about art and the things that we love. You wonder if ruby comes in a powder. Well, you know what? The thing is, I don't know. That is something I have no knowledge or expertise in whatsoever. And that is which stones you can use to make elixirs with. I am completely unaware of that. I do know amethyst and rose quartz together, you can't. It makes a really nice elixir. I use that one all the time. And our wonderful friend who isn't on YouTube anymore, our beautiful EQ, she had these gorgeous, gorgeous water or bottles, well, glasses, and the bottom of them has crystals. And it's separated by glass from the water that you're drinking, so you just infuse the energy. I love that. Only thing is, I can't drink anything hot out of that. Even with the cover on it, it's just too hot through the glass. But it's beautiful. So if you guys, probably the closest thing thank you, Spirit. If you're feeling like your root chakra, which is the red one, is out of balance, try eating some pomegranates. Or get some pomegranate juice. I have pomegranate powder that I put in my smoothies in the morning. Or this last time when I made my sea moss gel, I put the pomegranate powder in the sea moss gel. So good. She still sells them? Awesome! I miss her. Hey, Shanita! Hi, gorgeous, big-hearted, beautiful woman. I love you. Good to see you. I'm good. I'm glad EQ still sells them. And I'm glad she's having a good life. She's not putting up with the on YouTube. I expect to get some today. So, if you're wondering what the conversation is today, I tried to upload a visual of it from my new card deck. My deck I'm creating, right? Restream wouldn't let me because of what the image is. So I can't show it to you, but I can sure as hell describe it. Black, rented lips, black background, with a fist, and around the fist, no, up next to the fist is a red rose, and around the rose that has thorns and that fist is a chain, and dripping from the rose thorns is blood. That's my freedom card. Freedom isn't free. We're being reminded of that every minute of every day. Get me up here so you can see me better. Freedom isn't free. You have to work to keep it. That's like, everybody's all, the Constitution, this Constitution protects our rights. The Constitution is a piece of paper. The words on it are only as good as the enforcement of them. So if you think you've got civil rights right now, guess what, guys? It's all being tested. Oh, thank you, Shanita. I look demure. Oh, not me. I love it. Thank you. Thank you very much. We're all being tested. All of us. And we're going to be forced to make a choice. This is not a situation where you can just sit back and let somebody else fight the battle for you. It's a part of this shift. But you have to make the choice. Yeah, that's why I'm in black, y'all. I'm dressed up for the rapture. Oh, don't get me going on that. As you know, I was raised a Southern Baptist. But you know what? My family never mentioned the rapture until like the 1980s when it became popular. When it became the big escape. It's like, oh, pray for the rapture and we'll be saved. And it's like, but what about those that you love that would be left behind? That was the thing that was always in my mind. What about those people that I know that don't have Christ in their heart? They're going to get left behind in all this madness. And then I would hear this voice in the back of my head. How do you know you're not going to be left behind to help rebuild, to get to that 1,000 years of peaceful rule? And that's the thoughts I used to have when I was a Christian girl. Now I know Master Jesus on a different level, and that's not what he was trying to say at all. Hey, you dive into the book of Revelations and make it make sense, and then you can come and straighten it out for me. I've studied that and studied that and studied that, trying to find what people are saying that's in it. It's interesting. Your uncle was a preacher who wrote books and traveled the country preaching about the rapture. Yeah. Problem is, I've never seen it actually mentioned in Scripture. And I've looked, and I've looked, and I've looked. I've heard of, during Armageddon, those who have passed being lifted up out of the grave. That's why a lot of people don't believe in cremation, because they think they won't have a body to be resurrected. Anyway, open your mind. Don't be so simple-minded. And don't be sheep. There's a reason why the religious Christian pictures show the followers as a flock and as sheep. No, I've never been able to find it there, Kelly. I've read the Bible from cover to cover 4 times, and I have never, and I've looked and looked and looked, studied, like go online and try to find what verses, where is it? And I'm one of these people, if you're going to quote, say the Bible says, then you better tell me where it's at. Don't just say the Bible says. Because in my family, you got ostracized for saying that. If you didn't say the Bible says in Matthew blah, 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 you got called out for it, and it was embarrassing. You had someone I had someone comment on my Monday message video yesterday to stop deceiving people that spirit doesn't connect with cards. I just deleted and blocked it. Not worth my energy. Oh yeah. You know, censorship is hitting us. The political card readers are starting to get it. They're starting to really feel it. So I figured today I might get some haters in here. You know what? Haters gotta hate. They got their energy. They don't stay in here. I have a long list of words they can't use, and it just removes them right out of here. So I've been playing this YouTube game a while. And yeah, they got some new, guess what the latest thing is, guys? The algorithm doesn't like it when you, as the channel creator, share your channel. It confuses it because then it doesn't know what niche you should go to send your videos to. So, we've been telling people all this time, give me a thumbs up and share if you like this. Yeah. ChatGPT says, the word rapture itself does not appear in the Bible. The term came later from Latin translation of the Greek word harpazo, meaning to snatch up or to seize. This word shows up in Thessalonians 4:17, where Paul, that's not Jesus, that's Paul, writes, then you who are alive and remain will be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air. Thank you, Shanita, for putting that in there. It's been years and years since I have quoted the Bible so much, and all I've had to do, I remember the quote, it's just, where is it? Because I haven't had to repeat it back. I haven't been around my family in 10 years, so I haven't had to practice. But yeah, so welcome to the rapture, y'all. I'm glad y'all were left here with me. We're in good company. I love you guys. You're so funny. You're terrific. Anyway, freedom. Back to freedom. Dolly and I today were talking about Irish girls and German girls and just women in general fighting for our freedom. And you stop and think about it. Every strong man in history has had a strong woman behind him. Mainly because she couldn't be in front of him. It wasn't allowed. It wasn't because she wasn't capable. You got to make that perfectly clear. Yep, you graduated from seminary and walked away from organized religion. I love you, Shanita. Yeah. I am one of these that you don't cherry pick your religion. If you believe the Quran, you believe it from cover to cover. If you believe the Bible, you believe it from cover to cover. You don't just pick out the red letter words out of the Bible without their context. Context is everything. I'm a writer. You spend 3/4 of the chapter setting up the darn story, setting up the chapter. So, yeah. That's why I say I will be the sage in all this instead of the activist this time. My body is like, I just need to get in better shape again. And I have people who are working on that with me. Because we're working on it together, right, Dolly? Yeah. Anyway, freedom. And the reason I'm talking about freedom is I want to talk about freedom of speech. lose that, it's done. It's done. I will fight to the death for freedom of speech. I will fight for your right to speak, and I will fight for the right of anyone I don't agree with or don't like, and their right to speak. Just don't force me to think the way you do. Don't force me to act the way you do. If they take away our freedom of speech, which they tried to do, they're trying to do this. This is a Jimmy Kimmel thing. By the way, I'm done with Disney. I will never have anything to do with Disney again. And I was a huge Disney fan, and I knew Walt Disney's past. But I couldn't let go of the little girl who loved Bambi. So, our cards. I'm got my hand stuck in the stones. So, I am not going to be sitting quietly. I am going to be speaking on whether I agree or I disagree. Because this weekend, with 5 hours of hate within 100 miles of me, I mean extreme hate in that damn memorial, I had to find courage to just not stay in bed Sunday with the covers over my head. My ancestors came to me and told me, "What are you doing? You cannot be silent. You dishonor us by being silent." So here is an extra dose of courage. And I woke up yesterday morning understanding that because of my ancestors who are Highlanders, first of all, talk about an oppressed people who fought back, and there was no reason for them to be oppressed, except they were tough as nails, and the British wanted them in their military. The Highlanders, in the old fights where they used to, walk into each other and fight, do the sword and, actual combat, they always put the Highlanders up front first because they're big, they were intimidating, and they fought hard. Yes, the shooting of CK was the silencing of freedom of speech. And it was not that young man that they arrested that did the deed. This particular event was controversial from the very beginning because the students, by the thousands, signed a petition to keep him away. They didn't want him there. That tells me a lot. I grew up, well, didn't grow up. I lived 3 years of my childhood in Utah. And the first thing that popped in my mind when they said he was a young man, I went, "Oh, he's a Mormon." Young man from Utah, odds are you got an 80% chance. Yeah. So, who knows? I think he was just trying to get attention. He got it, didn't he? The angle is completely off of what they're saying, the direction it came in from the roof or whatever, where he was, where they say he was. I don't believe any of this. That text, the text messages, oh, what a joke those were. Anyway, I'm looking at, here I am, a scriptwriter going, that's not even a good script. Is this Law and Order, or are these two young people talking? Yeah. And then I'm hearing the same thing as people. Look like a really bad script to me. So, today we have courage. I want you all to find your courage. You know, you don't have to be vocal. To like me, I have a platform, I gotta use it. But you have phones, you have emails, you have feet. You can go and protest. But the most important thing that you have, that we all have, that is our superpower, and that's our pocketbook. I know when we boycott a company, it affects all the workers there too, but that's the only way you get their attention. And what happened with Jimmy Kimmel is the prime example of that. Millions of people canceled their Disney. So pizza on Wednesday, and what about the rest of the week? Hello, Bike Rant, Vic Rant. Welcome. In case you didn't know, this is not a channel that supports the current regime. So, and we require people to be nice in here. So, if you can be kind, you can hang. Welcome. Uh, Pizza every day. I love pizza. Yeah, they are. Yes, Fatima. All I know is the jails are full of innocent people. We have to be careful. Nowadays, too many lies. And they're made with AI, so you can't tell if that's person really saying stuff. That's the scary part. So, anyway, courage for the first stone, honor for the second stone, and nature for the third. And the sentence that I get to go with this: find your courage to honor your true nature. What do you believe in? What do you stand up for? What's important to you? Oh, hi, another one. Hey, Dolly. Hi, Bill Clinton. Excuse me, I'll be right back. I knew as soon as I said that word freedom, hi, honey, we'd get some interesting people. Hello, hello, hello. I'm trying to get to my live stream. There we go. I normally have that all pulled up already. There we go. Thank you, Dolly. You don't need to worry about timing these people out. They're not going to come back being any nicer. Just kick them out. Ban them. Fine with me. I don't believe in the timeout thing. This is an adult channel. If you can't come in here and be an adult, bye. That's all I got to say. Really? Did they do away with that? We just had a upgrade last night. Actually, it was earlier this morning. Did they do away with the banning people? Well, let me do that. I'll just do that. Oh, I can do it. I can do it. Maybe they just changed it so that moderators can't do that. Only channel owners can. And that's a bunch of garbage. Come here. Okay, I'm trying to get that Bill Clinton person out, but that's okay. Cool. Yeah, I forgot to set the settings to subscribers only. And then when the the timer started playing, I was like, oh, I forgot to set it to subscribers only. No big deal. So we got for the courage card, we're using the Sacred Self-Care Oracle for this. Ooh, for courage. Interesting. I get hydrate. Are you drinking enough water? Not other beverages, just pure, clean, clear water. Just clean, pure water. It'll keep your body flushed, keep the toxins out, keep you in a better frame of mind. Your systems all work better when it's hydrated. No, it's not the title because I didn't put it in the title. I knew better. There's just certain things. I've been doing this long enough with the cards. We're working on 5 years now. I have learned when to start using code names and that kind of thing. I started doing this YouTube channel during the first part of the regime. So, our next one is honor. Yes, we honor ourselves. We honor our ancestors, and we honor our moments of calm and purity by using affirmations. I am brave. I am beautiful. I am worthy. I am grateful. I am healthy. I am happy. I love myself. So she's got written all over her. You know what? Those might be kind of fun tattoos to get if you're a tattoo person like I am. Ooh, I like the rainbow with the eyeball here. I don't know if you guys can see that. It says, I choose love. I like that. I love it. That's how you honor your ancestors and you honor yourself and you honor the cause. Positive affirmations and keeping yourself healthy, taking notice of self-care. I have a feeling that since those two came in one right after the other, that they were traveling together. Just, you know how them, yeah. Remember how the raids used to go, Dally? When all of a sudden a channel would get taken over by trolls like those guys? That was shocking when that would happen. So you just shut it down, start it up again. It's like, okay, whatever. Anyway, the third card is nature. I love this card because it's my favorite thing to do. As you can tell, I do a lot of it. Sing, y'all. Even if you can't carry a tune in a bucket, sing! Just sing. just sing. Oh my goodness. That's how I fine-tune myself. I will sit in a meditation and other people hum, other people will drum or use a rattle or other things to get into the trance. And I have a certain frequency. A lot of people use the word Om, but it makes my third eye vibrate. And when I was going through singing classes, going through instruction on how to be a singer, that was the first thing I was taught. You are not on key unless it vibrates between your eyes. That's how you tell whether you're sharp or flat. It should be vibrating right there the whole time you're singing. Yeah. Willie Nelson didn't learn that, but that's okay. Didn't stop him, did it? Let's look at the numbers on these cards. And I left the Kyle Gray book in the other room, so we will just use simple numerology. 2 plus 7 is 9. That is an attainment and fulfillment and fruition card. We're indefinitely in the 9. We're like in the closing of times. 4 plus 1 is 5. For your honor, understand conflict, change, and instability. And the way you overcome all that is honoring yourself with positive affirmations, because in honoring yourself and healing yourself, you heal all those who came before you. I don't know if you are aware, but you can heal your ancestors. Yes, I love the Carpenters. Actually, Karen Carpenter is exactly in my range. Could have something to do with the fact that when I was in junior high and high school, she was kind of popular and I sang with her a lot. But I'm a first alto. Anyway, positive affirmations are how you honor yourself and those who came before you. From your Sesame Street album when you were little. Now, there we go, Kelly. I'm telling you, I was in junior high when that song was popular, and it was in your Sesame Street album. I love you. Yeah. Uh-huh. So, number 45. It's your nature to want to sing and celebrate and dance because it's a part of release. It's a part of letting stuff go. It's also a part of honoring beauty. It's a part of being courageous, especially if you can't carry a tune in a bucket. Who cares? Who's listening? Are you singing to entertain and record? Are you a pro, or are you singing for yourself? To enjoy yourself. That's what your nature is, to sing to enjoy yourself, not to get attention. And with me, don't hide. Once again, it's another 9. I love it. Courage and nature, both are 9 cards. They're about attainment, fulfillment, and fruition. We can attain anything we want to as long as we focus on it and don't let ourselves get distracted by the misinformation. I'm going to pull one more card out of this. What self-care do we need to know to be able to sort out this misinformation? The intentional misinformation. Along with the accidental, because some of us, we hear stuff. When you're on social media, you hear stuff, and if you don't necessarily research it, you don't know if it's the truth, and then that's how stuff gets spread. So also, research it. If it sounds weird to you, doesn't sound right to you, research it. Odds are, that's your chakras telling you, that's not the truth. Be careful. Your gut will tell you. Well, the final thing that this is telling us that we need to know about all this self-care is you need to make an altar. You need to make a place to go where it is your sacred and your quiet space, where nobody interferes or distracts you. That is the place that you go to manifest what you want in your life. And if you're like me and you can't always be sitting at your altar, you just find that quiet space. In a public bathroom, find a quiet space to go and find your quiet. Oh my goodness. This went real fast. We've got 3 minutes left. So let's pull an Eckhart Tolle in the moment card to go with this self-care. He's great at telling us how to take care of our self-care, right? How do we stay in the moment and not get all caught up in the future or the past? Anyway, my final words on freedom. Freedom means different things to different people. And that's the very basis of this country. We cannot allow it to be taken away. All the other parts of the institutions and stuff can go. But our freedom of speech, we can't let that go. We can't let that disappear. So, Mr. Tolle. Ooh, cool. Two the same on top. Here's the picture. I love this golden photograph of the sky. Looks like my skies sometimes when on sunset. Arizona has cool skies. You know, they kind of write songs about them. You know, like Lady Gaga. 3 ways in which the ego relates to the present moment as a means of an end, as an obstacle, or as an enemy. Present moment awareness dissolves the ego. Let me read that to you one more time so we can get that up there a little closer for you. 3 ways in which the ego relates to the present moment as a means to an end is as obstacles or as an enemy. Present moment awareness dissolves, pardon me, the ego. Have a great day, Sonia. I love you. Yeah, dissolves the ego. Stay in your kind and quiet place today. That's what I have planned. And we'll make it fine. We're all going to make it through this. It's all starting to come apart. All on its own. Without any help. Well, I can't say without any help from us. Oh, Kelly, you got to go too. See y'all tomorrow. I love you. Talk to you later, Kelly, my friend. Have a good day. Take care of yourself, sweet girl. I'm going to send you out now with the nighttime message from this card. Remember, we do not possess imagination enough to sense what we're missing. Be open-minded. Chances are you will learn something new today. Make note of what it is and watch your perception change. The idea, imagination tires before nature. So understand your natural, who you are. That is by Blaise Pascal. What if you stop trying to create the story of your life and simply experience it instead? What would it be like if you just kind of went through life without any goals? Just experience what you do. What's happening to me right now? You're talking to someone who's an extreme goal setter. But I'm finding it very difficult to meet my goals because so much changes so quickly that some of the goals that I have set in the past don't pertain anymore. Like the novel series. I have a novel series of 3 books that I was trying to write. They wouldn't sell at all now. Not at all. I give up on that one. I'm a fiction writer, by the way. Unlike Miss Shanita, who is a self-help writer, her book's great. I will help you escape, but I've never published anything yet. So this is telling me you're still the writer. This is another reason why I've kind of slacked back on the card deck. I'm waiting to see what happens if I'll even be allowed to sell it anywhere. Besides the fact, I made a major decision also. Because of the water situation in Tucson, Amazon and my electric company have decided to hell with the people. Whether they want that data center in here or not, they're going to put it in anyway. So now it's going to get fought out in the courts. The city's mad. The county says we can't do anything to stop it because we could end up being sued. Okay, isn't that why the county has attorneys? Seriously. So you just let Jeff Bezos have all my water so I can't live here? But they can have their 200-acre data center. Yeah, 200 acres of computer servers. And they need the water to cool it. But now all of a sudden they're saying, oh, well, it can be air cooled. Well, if it could be air cooled all along, why did you say we're going to go after our water? Anyway, I'm done with that. That is my personal fight. I fight that and I fight Oak Flat, just like I did Standing Rock. And I'm not on Facebook anymore, so it's harder to do it. When I was on Facebook, yeah, I got kicked off of Facebook from my advocacy. So that's tricky to get kicked off of Facebook for that kind of stuff, especially now. But yeah, I would get kicked off of it again because my beliefs aren't the same as Zuck's. So, I love you guys. Hang in there. You know, buy stock in popcorn. That's my advice for you. But just make sure it's non-GMO from a family-owned farm. Don't buy it from a big company. I love you guys. I'm going to send you out now. You have a terrific day and a terrific week. See you tomorrow over on Dahlia's channel at 10:30 Central, 8:30 Pacific. I'm sorry, 10 Central, 10 Pacific. Yeah. 10 Central, 8 Pacific. I'll get it one of these days. And then Sonia, she goes live on Friday at 8:30 on Pacific, 10:30 Central. I'll see you in all those places. Because, I like hanging out with you guys. You're my friends and my family. I love you all so much. We'll see you next time. We're going to thrive together. We got this.